Welcome to the GATE 2021 Conclave for Computer Engineering. In this video, we will talk about the theory of computation by Mr. Ramesh Sundaram, digital circuits by Mr. B. Srinivas, and operating system by Mr. Balakrishna. So, let us know the preparation strategy, change in syllabus, difficulty level of the question paper, type of the questions, and other important aspects of these subjects by the concerned experts. So, friends, let us have a tour of these subjects with the experts.
Dear friends, welcome to MEDIC Prime, GATE 2021 Conclave, Computer Science and IT. Myself, I am Srinivas Beti. This is my profile. I am having 33 years plus teaching experience. I am with MEDIC since last 7 years. Before joining MEDIC as a full-time, I was with a reputed engineering college. I was teaching GATE and ESC classes. I was giving coaching to GATE and ESC aspirants since 96, so that I am having the coaching experience almost 24 years plus. For computer science students, I will be teaching the digital logic. The digital logic subject syllabus content, the GATE 2021, the advertisement what is released by IIT Mumbai, there is no change in the syllabus content. Since last so many years, what is the syllabus we are having the same syllabus for this digital logic subject even now for this GATE 2021. These are the various topics what we are having in the GATE 2021, or if you look, as I said already, since last so many years, there is no change in the syllabus. The topics what we are having here is Boolean algebra, combinational and sequential circuits, minimization, number representation, and computer arithmetic, fixed and floating point. This syllabus content I copied as it is from the brochure of GATE 2021. As a part of this digital logic, we are not discussing the floating point numbers, that is IEEE formats, etc. We are not discussing in this digital logic. We will be having coverage of this floating point and IEEE formats as a part of the CO subject. As I said already, there is no additional topic or no removed topic from this subject if you are comparing with the previous year's syllabus. And if you look to the syllabus, little more details. We are having here, after this combinational and sequential circuits, the minimization. But basically, this minimization topic must be associated with the Boolean algebra. In the Boolean algebra, we are learning basically the basic concepts of this subject. We need to learn what are the different Boolean operators, we need to look what are the different Boolean operators, primary operators and derived operators and corresponding logic gates, properties. A part of this, we need to learn the K-maps. So basically, as a part of the Boolean algebra, we will be looking to the simplification of the Boolean functions and equations using properties or maybe using the K-maps. As a part of this, we will be looking what are the universal logic gates. Given Boolean function to implement by using minimum number of 2 input NAND gates or minimum number of 2 input NOR gates, how to work. While discussing the K-maps, we need to learn few of the basic concepts of the K-map which are related with the minimal expressions like prime implicants, essential prime implicants. Generally, we will be having questions based on this terminology, prime implicants, essential prime implicants. Recent times, if you look to last 3-4 years question papers, we are having very regular questions using this terminology in the question papers. So all these things we need to learn as a part of the Boolean algebra. After learning the Boolean algebra, we are coming to the number system part. In the number system part, our concern here is for radix-based number system, and we are not looking to this floating point number system. In the radix-based number system, we need to see basically from in the beginning of the number system, how to convert the given decimal number, maybe as an octal number, maybe hexadecimal number, etc. A part of this, we need to learn more generic procedure to convert a number which is the radix of R1 to radix of R2. Our primary concern is on the binary number system. While discussing the binary number system, we will be looking the ones complements, twos complements, and also we are looking arithmetics on the binary numbers and also on the BCD numbers. We will be learning different types of codes also as a part of the number system. After learning this number system, we need to work for hardware part of the subject. The hardware part we are having as the combinational and the sequential circuits. So the hardware part we need to start with the combinational circuits. In the combinational circuits, we are beginning with the arithmetic circuits and code converters. So to build the hardware blocks to perform various arithmetic operations, such as performing additions and subtractions, maybe on binary numbers, maybe on the BCD numbers, etc. And also we'll be building the hardware blocks for code conversion. Later, we'll be looking to few of the IC blocks as multiplexers, decoders, demultiplexers, encoders, etc. So we'll be looking what is the inside circuitry part in a multiplexer IC, what is the inside circuitry part in the decoder IC, etc. Later, we have to look what are the different applications we are having with these multiplexers, decoders, etc. So the multiplexer topic is concerned, one of the important applications we are having, realizing Boolean function. So we need to learn how to realize a Boolean function by using multiplexer, and also we need to bother a multiplexer circuit is implementing a function, how to identify the function which is implemented by the multiplexer. So these sort of things we'll be learning as a part of the multiplexer. Similar things we need to learn even with the decoders. Later, we are moving to sequential circuits. The basic components of the sequential circuits are the binary latches and the flip-flops. So we are starting with the binary latches and the flip-flops, this sequential circuit topic. The flip-flops we need to learn as a beginning, the truth tables, excitation tables, characteristic equations, etc. Later, we need to concentrate little more on the flip-flop conversions. How to convert, say, for example, D flip-flop to JK flip-flop, or how to convert, say, T flip-flop to a D flip-flop, etc. After learning these basics on these flip-flops, we need to build the digital circuits using flip-flops. Whenever the digital circuits are built by using flip-flops, those circuits we are naming as the sequential circuits. As a part of the sequential circuits, as per our GATE syllabus, we need to learn registers and counters. Again, in the registers, we are having the serial input, serial output registers, parallel input, serial output register, etc. All these things we need to learn, and related to this, we'll be having generally some numerical questions. Those things also we need to discuss. Later, we are moving to counters. In the counters, we are having asynchronous counters and synchronous counters. We need to learn how to design counters, and we need to learn how to analyze the given counter circuit. Both are equally important. Designing the counter as well as how to analyze the given counter circuit, both are equally important. These things we need to learn. And all these things we are learning the basic knowledge of the flip-flops. So on the whole, this is the syllabus content. Now coming to question paper pattern. We are having here the GATE 2021 pattern of the questions. If you look in the GATE 2021, we are having multiple choice questions, we are having multi-select questions, we are having numerical answer type questions. So before coming to this question paper, as I discussed syllabus, so based on the syllabus I coming to this, but before that let us look a glance on the weightage of this subject in the GATE paper. Here I given a matrix, the weightage of this subject, what we are having since last 5 years. Until 2017, this computer science exam was conducted in 2 sessions, so that we were looking set 1 and set 2. 2018 onwards, we are having the exam in single session, so only set 1. Say for example, in 2019 question paper, 1 mark questions were 3 and 2 mark questions were 2. So the total weightage came for 7 marks. The recent GATE 2020 paper, 1 mark questions were 2 and 2 mark question was 1. So the weightage came for 4 marks. So like this, if you look here, on average, while looking to the last 5 years question papers, the weightage from this subject around 6 marks. On average, if you look, it is 6 marks. It is generally vary somewhere between the range I am talking 4 to 8 marks. The range is some 4 to 8 marks. So let us come to, as I said, pattern of questions. Multiple choice questions. These multiple choice questions are not at all new questions. These were the questions since last so many years. They are familiar questions to you. These multiple choice questions may be coming with a weightage of 1 mark or maybe coming with a weightage of 2 marks. And these questions are having, for wrong answer, negative weightage. For wrong answer, negative weightage, for 1 mark it is 1/3, for 2 marks it is 2/3. So in the multiple choice questions, from the given options of A, B, C, D, only one of the option is correct. Only one of the option is coming to be true for the given question. As sample, let's look a question. I took here a question from the previous GATE exam. I copied that question as it is from the 2015 GATE paper. From the 2015 GATE paper, I copied. So here we are having a question as, consider a 4-bit Johnson counter with an initial value of all zeros. The counting sequence of this counter is. So we are having here a 4-bit Johnson counter. 4-bit Johnson counter is using 4 flip-flops. So flip-flop outputs let us name as Q3, Q2, Q1, Q0. So Q3 is MSB and so on, Q0 is LSB. So quickly let us look what is the right answer. So Q3, Q2, Q1, Q0. Initial content we are having all zeros. In Johnson counter, the serial input is Q0 complement. Q0 complement. While applying the clock signal, we need to identify what is the switching sequence. So that before applying any clock signal, Q0 complement is 1 because Q0 is 0. After applying this clock signal, it is the content. And so on if you work like this, after 8 clock pulses, the sequence is repeating. And for these binary combinations, we look to the equivalent decimal values. These are the equivalent decimal values. So from this, if you see here, it is sequence what we are having 0, 8, 12, 14, 15, 7, 3, 1, 0 and so on, repetition. So based on this, from the given options we see, the matching answer is only this option D. So option A, option B, option C are not matching, option D only matching. So that from the given options, only one option is coming to be true. That is MCQ question. Let us come to now MSQ questions. MSQ are the new type of questions in this now GATE 2021. So this MSQ questions also may be coming with a weightage of 1 mark or may be coming with a weightage of the 2 marks. There is no negative marking for this. By chance you are not giving correct answer, you are not going to lose any marks. So that MSQ question is concerned, there is no need to bother much. For all MSQ questions, what are the questions we are having in the question paper? For all MSQ questions, you must try for a correct answer. By chance you are not able to reach to the correct answer, or if you are guessing without any fearing, you can answer. But the same choice you should not take for MCQ questions. MCQ questions are having negative marking. So that while answering to the MCQ questions, you need to be little careful. If at all you are guessing answer, by chance it is true, no problem. If it is wrong, you will be losing marks. So that you should not take any choice on the MCQ questions, but you can take a chance on the MSQ questions. Particularly for MCQ questions, 2 marks questions, you need to be more careful. With the guessing, if you are answering, if it is correct, no issue. But by chance, if it is wrong, instead of getting marks, you are losing 2/3 mark. It's a good weightage in the ranking. So don't take any chance. MCQ questions are concerned, but you can take as a chance for MSQ questions without any fearing, because no negative marking. Let's look one or two examples of MSQ. Here, the question what I given is the given Boolean function which is on the three variables ABC, which is having these are the minterms, is having ABCD options we are looking, is having this function is having 6 prime implicants, one option, unique minimal SOP form, one option, 0 essential prime implicants, one option, 2 minimal SOP forms, it is one option. So we need to look here. Out of given 4 options, which are the options which are coming to be true? Based on this MSQ, from the given options of ABCD, only one of the options may be coming to be true. Or may be possible out of 4 options, 2 options may be coming to be true. Or worst case, there is a possibility all the 4 options may be coming to be true. It may be only one, it may be 2, it may be 3, or it may be the case all the 4 options may be coming to be true. You will be getting marks for this MSQ questions if and only you are giving the answer as a true for all the options. For the given question, if 3 options are true, out of 3, if you are answering for 2 options and you are marking for 2 options, you are not marking for third option, you are not going to get the marks. No partial marks. If you are answering all the options, you are marking all the options which are coming to be true, then only you will be getting marks. See, it is more clear while looking to this example. Now, out of 4 options, we don't know how many options are coming to be true. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. So, let us look here. Solution for this question. So, it is a K-map for the given function. Let us try first for the number of prime implicants. To try for the number of prime implicants, we need to mark all possible largest size subcubes. So, if you mark for all possible largest size subcubes, we are looking here, this 4, 5 we can group, this 1, 3 we can group, this 2, 6 we can group. So, we are having here, this is 4, 5, this is 1, 3, this is 2, 6. All these subcubes are largest size subcubes. They are not coming to the part of any other subcube. Because of this, all the subcube products are the prime implicants. But a part of this, we are having here a possibility to cover these minterms alternatively, even like this. We are having possibility to cover the minterm 4 with the minterm 6. We are having possibility to cover the minterm 1 with the minterm 5. We are having possibility to cover minterm 3 with the minterm 2. So that we are having possibility as 4, 6, 1, 5 and 2, 3. All these subcubes what we are looking, they are also not coming to the part of any other subcube. They are also larger size subcubes. Hence, all these subcube products are also prime implicants. So, total number of larger size subcubes, if you see on this example, with the blue color 3 subcubes, with the green color 3 subcubes. All these subcube products are the prime implicants. So that we are having answer to the number of prime implicants. The answer to the number of prime implicants is 6. And coming to the number of essential prime implicants, we are not looking in any subcube at least one cell without overlapping. As and when we are not looking in any subcube at least one cell without any overlapping, then we are not reading any subcube product as EPI. Hence, number of essential prime implicants are 0. And if you look to the number of minimal forms, if you look to the number of minimal SOP expressions, the grouping of all these blue color subcubes, we are having coverage of all the cells, so that while taking OR operation among all these subcube products, one minimal form we are having. And similarly, while taking OR operation of all these green color subcube products, we are having coverage for all the minterms, so that it is giving one more minimal form. Hence, we are reading function with 2 minimal forms. So, function is not having unique minimal form. The function is having 2 minimal forms. It is not having unique minimal form. So, based on this, if you look to the options, we are having from the given options, option B is not coming to be true. The function is not having unique minimal form. The function is having 2 minimal forms, and the function is having 6 prime implicants. The function is not having any prime implicant as an essential prime implicant. So, function is having 0 essential prime implicants. Hence, answer to this question, the answer to this question is option A, option C and option D. You will be getting marks for this question if and only if you mark A, C and D. Out of A, C, D, if you miss any one of this, suppose you are missing C, you are answering A and D, then you are not going to get the marks. If you miss any one of this, you are not going to get the marks. You will be getting the marks if and only if you mark A, C and D all, then only you will be getting marks. So there is a possibility all the options may be coming to be true also. Say for example, the option B what I mentioned, it is having unique minimal SOP form. Suppose option B I am mentioning as each prime implicant is having two literals in its product form. Each prime implicant is having two literals in its product form. That statement also coming to be true. In that case, the right answer is A, B, C as well as D. All the four options are the right. If you mark for all the four options, then only you will be getting the marks. So you need to be little careful while answering. While identifying one or two options, don't conclude. Look, read properly the statement and read properly all the options, and with a proper concentration try to answer. The K-maps, if you are learning properly the prime implicants, essential prime implicants, and also how to identify the minimal expressions, how many number of minimal expressions are possible, and of course this function is named as cyclic prime implicant K-map. While having the knowledge of all these things, it may be by namesake MSQ, but you can't look as a new question. So that while looking as this MSQ as a new type of question, don't feel as totally new, nothing new. If you are learning, if at all, proper concepts, if you are conceptually learned the subject, you can't feel any such sort of question as a new question. You can handle these questions very easily, as similar to as MCQ questions, as similar to as NET questions. They are not at all coming to be the new questions. So in our video sessions, in our video lectures, we took care to cover all these sort of minute things also. Coming to the other type of questions, they are numerical answer type of questions. These were the questions even earlier papers. They are not new. So here the questions may be coming with the weightage of 2 marks, maybe questions may be coming with the weightage of 1 mark. And of course, here also we are having the negative mark of 1/3 for 1 mark, 2/3 for 2 marks question. As an example, let us look one question. Again, I took a question here also from the previous GATE 2019 paper. Here the question I copied as is from the question paper. So what is the minimum number of 2 input NOR gates required to implement a 4 variable function expressed in SOP? Some minterms are given. Assume that all the inputs and their complements are available. The answer, it's a numerical type of question, it was. So basically we are looking here the function based on the minterms, it is on 4 variables. And of course we know by using 4 variables 8 combinations are possible. By using 4 variables 16 combinations are possible. Out of 16 combinations, 8 combinations are the minterms. The remaining combinations are the max terms. Here we are having to identify minimum number of 2 input NOR gates. To identify the minimum number of 2 input NOR gates, it is better to read the function in the minimal POS form. The function is supposed to be read in minimal product of some expression. So to read the function minimal POS form, we need to look to the max terms. So the max terms we are having other than these combinations, these are the minterms. So let us look here quickly the answer. These are the minterms which are mentioned, and I consider the variables as A, B, C, D. These are the maxims we are looking. So using K-map, if we work out, we are having, it is the POS expression. It is the POS expression. The green color sub-Q we are having one term, some term, and red color we are having other some term. So basically this is our POS expression. For this POS expression, if you develop the logic circuit, is a 2-level NOR circuit, it is a circuit. And in the question it is mentioned the variables are available both complement of these 3 NOR gates. Hence, answer to this question is 3. Answer to this question is 3. So we are having, these are one type of questions. So sometimes for these numerical questions, you may be in need to use little calculator. You may be in need to use a calculator. So you may be having questions on the counters. Maybe question coming to be something like this. The propagation delay of each flip-flop is so and so. By using these flip-flops, if we are having built-in of a counter, what is the maximum clock frequency possible to apply to the counter? Such type of questions we'll be having. When we are having the questions of this nature, then definitely we need to do little calculation. So all numerical questions may not require the calculations. Few of the numerical questions may need the calculation work. Say for example, the example what we considered here, no mathematical calculation in this question, no mathematical calculation. But the example what I said with respect to counter, such question may be in need of some mathematical calculations. So for that, of course, we are having the calculator facility, the system enabled calculator facility we are having. So these are the different types of questions we are having. And coming to the important topics. The important topics of this subject, GATE 2021 is concerned, number system, multiplexers and counters. The number system, for the number system generally you will be having a question. In the recent GATE 2020 paper, there was no question from this number system. So that now in GATE 2021, you can expect a question from the number system. Generally, every alternative year, we will be looking at a question from this number system. So you can expect a question from the number system in GATE 2021. Similarly, in the GATE 2020 and previous GATE 2019, there was no question from the counters. So now in the GATE 2021 question paper, mostly you can expect a question from the counters topic. And of course, this multiplexers, more or less definite question you will be having. Very regular periodic question you will be having from this multiplexer topic. These are the important topics for this digital logic subject. And of course, I not mentioned the Boolean algebra as an important topic. Default Boolean algebra is the heart for this subject. So that without knowledge of Boolean algebra, you can't do any one of this. So definitely you need to be familiar with the proper concepts with the Boolean algebra. The knowledge of the proper Boolean algebra, I am talking, these are the important topics. Few of the other things what I want to discuss is whether we are having a question, the given question, we are having a question, whether it is multiple choice question or MSQ question, such doubts you will be having. The given question is having ABCD options, whether it is a MCQ or MSQ. Then we are having a question whether it is MCQ question or MSQ question. In the question paper, clearly 100% guarantee they will mention from so-and-so question to so-and-so question, these are MSQ questions. From so-and-so question to so-and-so question number, these are MCQ questions. This information they will provide in the question paper. So read instructions properly. They are available in the first page and also in the respective places also sometimes they used to mention, repeat, they may use to repeat. So this is mostly the way to identify. Or worst case I am talking, sometimes the question may be coming to be, which one of the following statement is slash or are correct. So this type of question may be possible as MSQ question. From the given statement, which one of the following statement is slash or are true. They are also possible to be MSQ questions, but this possibility is very less as per my guess. As per my guessing, in the question paper, somewhere in the instructions, they will mention very clearly from which question to which question MCQ question, which question to which question is MSQ question. And MSQ questions you are looking as a new type, but definitely with the proper concepts of the subject, any subject for that matter, they are not at all new things. While having clear knowledge in any topic, related to the topic, any sort of question is coming, whether it is MCQ or whether it is MSQ, definitely you can answer. And maximum, how many number of questions are possible to be MSQ questions? If you see, the IIT is conducting one of the exam with the name as JOM. One of the exam, they are conducting JOM for BSc students for admission into MSc research programs, MSc 2 years programs. This exam, this question paper is having 60 questions. Out of 60 questions, they are giving 10 questions as the MSQ questions. So based on that, you can guess now in our GATE exam, the questions may not be more than 10%. The questions may not be more than 12 questions probably. They may not be, because of 65 questions, the question may not be more than 12 questions. So based on that, for this subject, digital logic, if you look, the question at the maximum 2, mostly it is one question. Mostly it is one question. So as I said, in any subject, if you are having MSQ, don't miss that question. Definitely try to answer. Try to answer. No negative mark, no need to bother much. And of course, in our video sessions, we covered in detail, in depth, we covered to answer all the sort of MSQ questions. All the sort of MSQ questions without any difficulty you can answer if you listen our video sessions well. In detail, in depth, we covered the required things properly. And of course, what are the question bank we are giving, that is workbook. In the workbook also, we are having the coverage of all different types of questions from very basics to application questions. And whatever the order we are having for the questions in the workbook for each chapter, the order is in the same order what we are having from basics to advanced questions. So if you solve the workbook questions properly, definitely you can't feel anything as a new, even for this MSQ, for that matter MCQ or NAT. The questions are covered while taking all the topics, while without leaving any small topic into account. Without leaving any small topic, we covered the questions in the workbook. Okay. And also in the video sessions, without missing any small topic, I covered the topics. In fact, MadeEasy is the best platform for students. Here we are having well-experienced trained teachers. Everybody is having very lengthy experience in their respective subjects. And of course, we are having very well supporting system also. We are having well organized, structured. So definitely, I suggest it's the best platform for students. Please subscribe to our MadeEasy Prime and subscribe to the MadeEasy online course, and you may not be having any negative markings once you subscribe to this MadeEasy online course. What are the things you are learning, whatever you will be enjoying, basically I mean to say you will be enjoying as similar to as a real-time experience of offline. So thank you, wish you good luck, all the best. We'll meet once you subscribe to online course in the chatting or wherever it is possible, we'll try to meet. Thank you.
Dear students, hope all of you doing great. So let's discuss, okay, what is going to happen, okay, in the GATE 2021, what are the new changes in the syllabus and pattern of the questions, okay, because there are some slight changes in the pattern of the questions also. So let's move on to this. Okay, so let's begin with my introduction. So myself, Balakrishna Virala. Okay, so I'm completed my MTech and I started my career working in a software company first. So I'm having total 16 years of experience and out of which I'm having 6 years of experience as a senior IT consultant. So I worked across various countries, okay, like I worked in London for 1 year, I worked in United States, okay, for 1 year, and also China, okay, for over 6 months, and remaining experience in Bangalore and also in Hyderabad. So after working, okay, so almost throughout the world, okay, all major countries, and I decided, okay, to resign my software job, and I'm dedicating my time only with the MadeEasy now. So I teach operating system and also data structures, okay, in the MadeEasy, okay, from last 10 years. Okay, you can see that, okay, MadeEasy faculty experience last 10 years. So I'm associated with the MadeEasy from last 10 years. So we are happy and okay, training, okay, more than 50,000 students, I suppose, okay, till date. Okay. Next, okay, understand here. Okay, let's move on to the subject point of view. Okay, so the syllabus in the GATE 2021. If you observe the syllabus in the GATE 2021, okay, this is a new topic added. Okay, look at here. So this is a new topic added, that is the system calls. Remember, So actually, okay, in the previous years also we used to discuss okay, some system calls like fork system call we used to discuss, but specifically he has given the name of system calls. He clearly mentioned okay in the this year syllabus. Okay, and next okay, the syllabus if you see here, system calls, processes and threads. Okay, we discussed the entire okay the process state diagram, the life cycle of the processes and all that. And the next comes the inter process communication. Okay, look at here, concurrency and synchronization. So this is one of the very important topic. So synchronization is one of the very important topic where the students will find difficult to understand the concept itself. Many students will have a problem understanding the concept of synchronization because it's very difficult to understand the concept. But remember, in our classes, okay, we have a extensive synchronization. We'll study around 16 hours synchronization. We'll study with a okay extensive number of examples and all that. So we'll make you the clarity about okay all the concepts of synchronization. And next, in the inter-process communication, we'll discuss okay producer-consumer and reader-writer problem and dining-philosopher problem. And next, okay, we'll discuss the concurrent programming also. And next, the CPU scheduling and next I/O scheduling. If you observe here, this I/O scheduling is also added okay newly. Okay, this line is given okay in the new syllabus. But remember, I/O scheduling means disk scheduling only. Right, okay, we already used to study, okay, but this name is given, okay, even if this name is also not given, okay, in the last year also we used to discuss that I/O scheduling, but this year, okay, explicitly they have clarified, okay, about the I/O scheduling. And the next CPU scheduling, okay, we already know that, okay, we study various extensive CPU scheduling algorithms, okay, like first come first serve, shortage of first, round robin, priority, okay, we are having various CPU scheduling algorithms and we'll study, okay, with the, okay, enormous number of examples, okay. And next, understand here, next, we also study memory management and also virtual memory. Like, okay, we are going to discuss various memory management techniques. Like for example, paging, okay, like multi-level paging, inverted paging, segmentation and segmented paging. So various memory management techniques, what is the need of paging, why we are going for paging and why we go for next multi-level paging and why we go for inverted paging with a complete clarity and to the point clear-cut differentiation among all the memory management techniques. And next we will study okay various number of questions including all your previous gate questions. Okay, right. So that is about memory management. And next, okay, we'll study virtual memory. Like for example, what is the need of virtual memory first? Okay, in all our modern computers, like whatever the laptop, okay, whatever the operating systems we are using right now, okay, in all our modern operating systems, we use the concept of virtual memory. So we dive, okay, in depth of virtual memory, like what is the need of virtual memory, what is the purpose of virtual memory, what happens if you remove the virtual memory from the computer, okay, and how virtual memory is implemented, and what are the advantages of virtual memory. So we'll discuss all that in detail with the proper examples and the various questions of previous year gate. Okay, so this is okay the syllabus okay in the gate, okay, with respect to operating system concern. And next, okay, if you observe all that, okay, everything is just like the previous year syllabus only, but only this is added newly. Okay, this term is newly added, system calls, and next this term is also newly added. Okay, I/O scheduling. Okay, so I'm repeating, I/O scheduling is already there in the previous year also we used to study, but okay, explicitly has given the name of I/O scheduling. So that means the disk scheduling only, like we are having a first come first serve and the next shortest seek time first, and next okay, we are having a scan scheduling and the look scheduling and all that. Okay, we study all that. Okay, so that is about okay the syllabus in the operating system. And next, let's move on to the next. Okay, so I've clearly given what are the topics added here and what are the removed topics. So if you observe added topics, I already discussed, that is the system calls. Like it means we study clearly like what is the architecture of the system calls and what is the uses of system calls and why system calls is required and how that is going to be okay enhanced, how going to be implemented. Okay, so in a normal operating system and when you are interacting, when the user program is interacting with the computer hardware, how the system calls are incorporated and what is the requirement of system calls. We'll study all that in detail in the system calls. And okay, IO scheduling I have written here, but remember I don't think it's a newly added topic because we already used to discuss okay, IO scheduling, but I have written that because it is there in the syllabus, okay, in the GATE 2021. So that is given, okay, as a, okay, explicitly it is mentioned, so that is the reason I have written there, okay. But we already used to study that even if it is not mentioned in the previous years. And removed topics, if you observe, there is no removed topics at all, okay. So all the topics whatever we had in the previous year syllabus, so that is continued in this year also, okay, right. So next, now if you observe the last 5 years weightage in the operating system, okay, what kind of questions coming, 1 mark questions and 2 mark questions, okay, you can see the clear table here. Okay, now look at it, actually from 2020 to 19 and also okay 18, okay, we are having only one set of paper, but in the 2017 we had 2 sets and 2016 also 2 sets. So I have taken only one set okay marks here. Okay, if you observe, these are the 1 mark questions and they are the 2 marks questions, and the total marks I clearly mentioned, and average marks also, okay, I have clearly mentioned, that is the 8 marks. But remember, this average marks is 8 marks, but lower bound and upper bound will change. Sometimes we are having only 12, 14 marks only from operating system, and sometimes there is only 6 marks from operating system, okay, in the previous years, that is also there. It means what? You cannot ignore any subject, and there is no, okay, fixed number of marks from any subject. There is no fixed number of marks from any subject, so that will clearly vary, okay, from year to year. Lower bound and upper bound will change. So, but just for the, okay, data, okay, just for the numerics, okay, I have given, okay, statistics, just for the statistics I have given this table, okay. So average marks we get as 8 marks. And remember, operating system is one of the, okay, you can say a simple and good subject, and you can say easy scoring subject. So that's what I want to say. So if your preparation is okay, thoroughly prepared, if your preparation is thorough, okay, with full practice, full practicing, then you can easily score whatever the questions coming from operating system. Okay, right. So that is about okay, weightage of the marks. And next, so we just want to, okay, give you the overview, like what kind of pattern of the questions coming here. Okay, so most of the students are already aware of this, but okay, those who are, okay, first time appearing, okay, the GATE exam. So actually this year the 3rd year students are also eligible. So those students are, okay, you can easily understand that this pattern here. So pattern of the questions, the first one is multiple choice questions we are having. So in the multiple choice questions, okay, each question carries maybe 1 mark or 2 marks. And these questions, like, okay, in the objective nature, okay, it is clearly given, and for a wrong answer, okay, you will get what? Okay, 1/3 negative marks. Okay, understand here, 1/3 negative marks you are going to get, okay, if you are giving a wrong answer to this question. Now how the questions will be, okay, we'll see some simple example. Okay, so I just want to give you very, very simple example, okay, just for easy understanding. Okay, so understand here. So if the time slice, okay, if you are already aware of the subject, okay, so basic knowledge is there, then you can understand all this. Okay, I have taken the very simple example also. So if the time slice used in the round robin policy, round robin scheduling policy, is more than the maximum time required to execute any process, then the policy will, understand here. It means what? What is the meaning of this? In the round robin scheduling, we use a parameter called time quantum. Okay, so remember, if the time quantum, or say time slice, okay, is saying that if the time slice is greater than all the bus time means what? Like execution time. So if the time slice is greater than all the process execution time, then what happens? This algorithm will generate, or say that becomes what? Okay, that is the question is asking. So remember, the right answer is degenerates to first come first serve. Okay, now it means what? Okay, if the time slice is greater than the bus times of all the processes, then there is no role of time quantum at all. It means like, okay, whenever you schedule a process, you execute complete process, and next you execute schedule next process, and you execute the, okay, complete process, because the time quantum is, time slice is greater than all the bus time. So in that case, there is no role of time quantum at all. Remember, the criteria to schedule the processes will become what? Arrival time only. criteria to schedule the process will become what? Arrival time only. So that is the reason the algorithm simply degenerates to what? Okay, first come first serve, FCFS scheduling algorithm. Is that clear? So in the multiple choice questions, it will be like this. You will be given the 4 options and only one option will be correct. Only one option will be correct, and remember you have to select that, and remember if you do mistake or it means like if you answer this wrong, you get the negative marks of 1/3 negative marks. So that also you should clearly remember. Okay, so that is about multiple choice questions. And the next, so let's move on to the next one. So this is the newly introduced, this is newly introduced in the GATE 2021. Understand here. This is newly introduced in the GATE 2021, that is a multiple select questions. Okay, so you can also say the multiple answer questions. Multiple select questions or multiple answer questions. Now same thing, it will carry either 1 mark or 2 marks. Okay, and remember these questions each will have the choice of 4 and which 1 or more than. Understand this point here. 4 options will be given to you, and out of which 1 or more than 1 choices may be correct. It means what? You will be given the 4 options like option A, option B, D, C and D. And remember, in the multiple choice questions only 1 option may be correct. But for this, maybe 1 or more options may be correct. Like 2 options may be correct, or 3 options may be correct, or maybe 4 options may be correct. I don't know. So it's clearly said 1 or more options. How many options more he has not mentioned. So it can be anything. So but remember, for these questions, one advantage is there. You can simply give a try for this question. Because there is no negative marking. For the multiple selective questions. Or no partial marking. Is that clear? So there is no partial marking and there is no negative marking. It means what? Like for example, for this kind of questions, let us say for example 3 options are correct. Example, like option A, B, C, D are given and 3 options are actually correct, but you selected only 2 options. Because you are not clear about the third option. Only 2 options you selected. It means what? That is also considered as what? Wrong answer only. If the 3 options are correct, so you have to answer 3. तीनों को tick करना पड़ेगा. तीनों को tick करना पड़ेगा. So that is the reason it clearly said there is no partial marks. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते तीनों में तो दोनों सही किया, एक को सही नहीं किया, थोड़ा marks तो दे सकते. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. There is no partial marking and there is no negative marking. So remember students. Dear students, understand this. This will really make the difference between the serious student and sincere student and also the properly prepared student. It will clearly differentiate what actually you studied, what actually you understood, because if you want to answer this kind of questions, you should have 100% clarity in the concept. You should have 100% clarity in the concept. So then only you can answer these kind of questions. Is that clear? So if your concept maybe 99% also, you are not, maybe you are prepared, maybe if this kind of questions comes, see clearly you will get either 0 marks or either you get full marks. Is that clear? Right. So this is one interesting thing, but no need to worry. Don't worry too much about that. Why? Because remember, whatever the questions, whatever the paper is there, it is same for all the students, right? It is newly introduced in the GATE, but remember same thing. This is the same for every new student who are appearing in the GATE 2021. But no need to worry. So you will have 100% confidence what you learned in the class. You will understand the concept with 100% thorough knowledge. You can easily answer those kind of questions. So just to give you the example, so I have taken one example here how the multiple selective questions will be. Just have a look at this question. Maybe if you are aware of the subject, maybe operating system, if you are already studied, you can check how much knowledge you are having. So you can check that. Let's go to the question just for easy understanding. So about the nature of this question, we'll understand. We'll go through this question. So which of the following statements is true about virtual memory? This is a question you are having. Which of the following statements is true about virtual memory? So understand here, maybe 1 or more options may be correct in this question. If you observe here, allows each program to exceed size of primary memory. Understand here. The first option says Understand here, allows each program to exceed the size of the primary memory. Yes, that is true. Okay, why? Because the main purpose of the virtual memory is, listen to me carefully. Okay, if you are, even if you are not aware of the subject, so please listen. Okay, because you may learn at least one new point here. The main purpose of the virtual memory is by allocating less memory to the process, you are trying to execute a large size process. By allocating less memory to the process, you try to execute large size process. So that is the main purpose of the virtual memory. So, okay, so understand here, allows each program to exceed size of the primary memory. Yes, let us say for example, your RAM, okay, RAM is 4 kilohertz, example. RAM is 4 kilohertz and your process size, okay, look at here, process size is, okay, 8 kilohertz, process size is 8 kilohertz. Your main memory is what? 4 kilohertz. The process is actually having what? 8 kilohertz size. Remember, you can execute 8 kilohertz of the process on the main memory of what? 4 kilohertz. How that is possible? Yes, that is possible with the help of virtual memory. So how that is possible, that you will understand in the class. Is that clear? Right. So next, okay, this is the right answer. Okay, and next, increases degree of multi-programming. Remember, this is also right answer. Okay, why it is right answer? Okay, I'll tell you once again. The main purpose of the virtual memory is by allocating less memory to the process, we are trying to execute a large size process and we are trying to execute more number of processes. So indirectly, we are trying to increase degree of multi-programming. The main purpose of the virtual memory is by allocating less memory to the process, we try to execute large size process and more number of processes. So indirectly, we are trying to increase degree of multi-programming. Is that clear? So that is, okay, this is also true statement. And next what it says, decreases degree of multi-programming. Okay, decreases. Okay, now understand here, decreases degree of multi-programming. Remember, this is not correct. Okay, now remember, virtual memory will not decrease degree of multi-programming. So first of all, what is the meaning of degree of multi-programming? Degree of multi-programming means number of processes present in the main memory at any point of time. So that is called as degree of multi-programming. Is that clear? Right. So, okay, so this is the wrong answer. Okay, right. Next. Now option D, if you observe, we need to translate the program's logical address space into physical address space. Yes. So this is also right answer. Okay, why? Because okay, in the virtual memory, when you are maintaining the virtual memory, so virtual memory is also called as a virtual address space or is also called as logical address space. So whenever you are using virtual memory and you need to translate the program's logical address space to physical address space. When you translate the program's logical address space to physical address space, so yes, that is required. Is that clear? Right. So remember, okay, in case if you are not clear with the question, so okay, don't worry. Okay, when you learn the subject, you will understand all that. So that is the reason I said important point. If you want to answer this kind of questions, you require 100% thorough concept. Okay, with the proper knowledge, then only you can answer this kind of questions. So this will really make the difference, okay, with the student who is having the proper knowledge and improper knowledge. Is that clear for everyone? Right. So let's move on to the next one. So hope that is clear. And next, numerical answer type questions. Okay, this is already there in the previous year gate. Okay, so you will be given some question and remember you need to type the answer. Like for example, your answer is 2 or 2.5. You need to type that answer. Okay, maybe 1 or 1.5, whatever the answer you are having, you need to type that number. Okay, and again this is also same thing. It may be a one mark question or 2 mark question. And remember, a calculation based questions and there is no negative marks. Okay, for this also what? There is no negative marks. Okay, so you need to type the answer. आपको type करना होगा. Okay, right. So now understand here. Next, okay, so I have just given the simple example. Okay, simple example. What is the average waiting time of the processes using shortest remaining time first scheduling algorithm? Okay, scheduling algorithm. So just okay, just an example, just to show you example. Now remember, he has given the simple 4 processes here. Okay, hope this is visible properly. Okay, P1, P2, P3, P4. You are having the 4 processes here, and arrival times are given, and the bus time is given to you. And remember, you need to okay make the proper Gantt chart, and he is asking you to find out average the waiting time of the process. Okay, remember, okay, so I'm not going to solve that because it will consume the time, and it is just an introduction part. Okay, whatever the answer you get, okay, you need to type that answer like 3.5, 4.5, whatever it is there, you need to type that answer there. Is that clear? Right. So this very basic and simple question, but we will study extensive CPU scheduling algorithms. Okay, right? You will understand. Okay, you will experience that. Okay, in the class. So that is about numerical type questions. And next, okay. Now next, let's see. Okay, what is there? Okay, next important topics. Okay, if you observe the important topics, so that also I have clearly given here. Important topics is okay, CPU scheduling. Okay, very important topic. Why? Because from last okay 4-5 years, if you observe all the previous year gate questions from last 4-5 years, okay, definitely there is a question from CPU scheduling. So if you prepare very well, okay, for this topic, you can easily get that marks. Okay, it may be 1 mark question or 2 mark question. So definitely, okay, you easily you can answer that question. And synchronization is very important, but remember it is not okay that easy. Okay, like it's a proper conceptual topic. Okay, I cannot say it is very easy because you clearly know okay how depth the concept is having. Okay, so it is okay good topic. You can say good topic, or you can say little bit tough also. Okay, we need to have a proper knowledge okay to solve the okay question from the synchronization. So that will test your logical skills. In fact, you should have a proper logical skills to test these kind of okay questions from synchronization. But CPU scheduling is what? Very easy. Okay, so it is very easy. If your speed and accuracy is good, your calculation is good, you can easily answer that questions. Okay, but this topic really requires the proper logical skills. And the next, okay, next is what? Memory management. Okay, this is also important next. But okay, memory management, okay, that is not okay, not much very logical, but this requires the proper concept. If a concept is good, you can answer all these questions. That is about memory management. And the same case, this is also next important topic, that is virtual memory. In the virtual memory, there is something called page replacement algorithms will come. Okay, some questions may be moderate, some question may be difficult. Okay, so if any question comes like page replacement algorithms, finding number of page faults and all that, so then that will be very easy. Okay, right. So this is okay mix of okay easy topics and moderate topics and tough topics. Okay, so I'll say according to me this is very easy. CPU scheduling and okay synchronization, okay, little tough. Okay, tough, okay, I can say tough. Okay, these two are moderate. Is that clear? So again the same thing. Okay, whatever I have written here, that is a okay general opinion. Again, that depends on the student to student understanding and okay your ability to understand the question, ability to attempt the question and understanding the concept. Is that clear? Right. So just an overview purpose I have given all that, but no need to worry or no need to panic anything. Is that clear? So we at Made Easy, we are here to make all the concepts easy. Understand that also. Right. Okay. Next. So that is about okay syllabus. Okay. Quick go through about the syllabus and types of the questions and my introduction. Okay. Now remember students. Okay. Take the proper decision. Okay. When you are preparing. The quality of learning comes with the quality of teachers. Is that clear? So we at Made Easy will give you the to the point notes, to the point discussion of the concept, and you don't need to waste any time. Okay, so for searching for here and there, so everything is there in the Made Easy itself. Like okay, if you okay you are having proper test series, okay, proper okay exams and everything. Okay, everything is a proper okay in the proper systematic manner. Is that clear? So okay, all the best for you, and okay, so take the wise decision, okay, and prepare well, and okay, wherever you are preparing, whatever you are preparing, okay, prepare well, be confident, okay, and keep learning and keep smiling. Okay, so thank you so much. So that's all from my side.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Made Easy Prime GATE 2021 Conclave, Computer Science and IT. Next slide please. My name is Ramesh Sundaram. I got my BTech from IIT Kharagpur, MS from Clarkson University, New York. I've been teaching last 24 years and I am with Made Easy for the last 15 years, starting from 2005, and I am teaching theory of computation and discrete mathematics, these two subjects. Now we come to the syllabus for GATE 2021. Well, compared with the last year's syllabus, absolutely no change. Exactly the same syllabus, theory of computation syllabus. First, regular expressions and finite automata, same as last time. This is chapter 1, regular expressions and finite automata. Next, context-free grammars and push-down automata, that is chapter 2. Regular and context-free languages, pumping lemma. This is chapter 1 and chapter 2. Regular languages, pumping lemma comes under chapter 1, context-free languages is chapter 2. Turing machines and undesirability, lastly, that is chapter 3. Totally 3 chapters, regular languages and finite automata, context-free languages and push-down automata, and Turing machines and undesirability. This is what we have, chapter. Exactly same as GATE 2020, no change whatsoever, nothing added, nothing subtracted. Make it very clear, no change in syllabus. Added topics none, removed topics none, absolutely same as last year. Okay. Now we come to the weightage. We will take the last recent papers, 5 years average weightage. Average weightage is 9 marks, as you can see. Average 5-year weighted average is 9 marks. It used to be around 10 marks, now it's 9 marks. So this varies from year to year. Roughly 9 marks has been the weightage for the last 5 years. And it's, you can see that in 2016 and 2017 you had 2 sets. Others there are only 1 question paper. 2018, 2019, 2020. Whatever it is, the average of all this is 9 marks. 1 mark questions come, 2 mark question also comes. You can see from the table, on an average 3 1 mark questions comes and 3 2 marks questions. That means equal emphasis on simple questions and more complicated detailed questions. Okay. So 3 2 marks questions plus 3 1 marks question is what? On an average 9 marks has been the weightage. It's been quite consistent, reasonably consistent year after year. So you can expect similar type of thing. Okay. Now let's see the pattern of questions. Just like last year, MCQs are still there, same. MCQs are the main thing, multiple choice questions. They carry 1 or 2 marks, 4 choices, and for a wrong answer you will get negative marking. It means the MCQs, you have to be very precise. You have to have proper knowledge. Okay? Because answers, the wrong answer will carry negative mark. You need not worry about that. By the time you attend the lectures, you will have very precise knowledge of the concepts. You will be very sure. Okay? Usually remember, actually multiple choice questions, the way the GATE is set up, out of the 4 choices, 2 will be easily eliminated by most people, even with basic knowledge. But there will always be 2 answers which will be very close. To answer that, you need detailed knowledge, and that's what we are here for, to make you understand the subtle differences between very close choices so that you don't get negative marking. Okay. Anyway, MCQs, you have to have proper knowledge. That's still there, that's the main part of the thing, mainstay of the GATE exam. Next slide, please. Just an example of MCQ. I am sure you have seen so many MCQs. Just an example as far as TOC is concerned. This question came in the exam, in fact. The set of all RE languages is choice A, closed under complementation, choice B, closed under intersection, choice C, a subset of the set of recursive languages, and choice D, an uncountable set. This question came in the exam. Now here, let's see how do you answer it. Go to choice A, closed under complementation. This comes under the chapter of closure. A and B, in fact, choice A and B comes under closure. You know that recursively enumerable languages, that is RE languages, are closed under union, intersection, clean star, as well as concatenation. They are not closed under complementation. So you know that closed under complementation, A is false. But here we want what is true, right? So we come to B, closed under intersection. This is true. So B is the answer. But just to be on safe side, because after negative marking is there, to make sure you understood, make sure C and D are false, just for quickly. Of course, when you're short of time, you can just move on. But since negative marking is there, multiple choice question, just briefly see C and D, whether they are false. C is what? A subset of the set of all recursive languages. This is of course false. You know that actually RE language is a set of RE language is a superset. In fact, it's a proper superset of the set of recursive languages. It's not a subset of the set of recursive languages. So C is false. D, the set of RE language is an uncountable set. We have studied in chapter 3. This comes under chapter 3, countability. You would study that one of the countable set, countable infinite set, is set of RE languages. But here it says uncountable, so that's also false. So A, C and D is false, B is the answer. Tick it. So that's the answer. Okay. This is how you do MCQs. MCQ is basically after you get the correct answer, just briefly, if you have time, just look at the other answer, make sure that they are, if you, let's say, which of the following is true, make sure that the others are really false, just for safety, just so that you don't get negative marking. But even that you do only if you have time. Don't try to save time wherever possible. Once you are sure about the correct answer, move on. Okay, that much confidence you should have in your answer. But in MCQs, you will be a little bit more careful because negative marking is there. Okay, next slide please. Now we come to a new addition in this GATE 2021. For the first time, not for the first time, in the very old GATE papers, MSQs were there, multiple select questions, where these are also objective, but you will have more than one correct answer. Okay, normally only one correct answer is there, but now you can have one or more correct answers. Minimum one answer will be correct, but it could be even A, B, C, D, all of them can be also correct, or only two can be correct, or only three can be correct. So the answer could be A only, B only, C only, or A and B, B and C, or A, B and C, or even A, B, C and D. Okay. So these are a bit more, that means this has been added this year. It was there in the very old GATE papers, but now it's come back again. These require really good knowledge, because even after you get the correct answer, you cannot rest. You have to check every choice. It's not like MCQ, you know, once you get the correct answer, you can either briefly look at it and or just leave it and go to the next one. Here you can't do that. Once you get the one correct answer, go for the next one. Every choice you have to read it and ensure that you get all the correct answers. Okay. So that's the only thing. That means basically this will be more time consuming. It means you have to become more efficient this year. You have to get faster with your knowledge. It should be much faster. They expect you to have faster access times for your answers. Okay, that's what is MSQ. And these MSQs this year they have introduced, this will differentiate between the toppers and the others, because MSQs will require really good knowledge and very good speed. Okay, so that you will practice. Basically you need to do a lot more practice this year than the previous years. Now example, now also one good thing about MSQ is there is no negative marking, but the bad thing is there is no partial marking either. It means what? If the answer was A as well as B, if you answered A only, then you will not get any half mark or anything, no mark, either 0, all or nothing. You have to get all the correct answers exactly. Okay, is that clear? Next slide please. Now I will give an example of MSQ. See, I have taken the same example as MCQ, only thing I have changed one of the choices. If you look carefully, this question is same as the previous one we did, except choice C, now I have changed it. Instead of a subset of the set of recursive languages, I have made it as proper superset of the set of all recursive languages. Now how will you do this? First take A, choice A. Closed under complementation, false. So that's not the answer. B, closed under intersection, true. So this is one of the answers. But you can't stop here, go to C. A proper, the set of all RE languages is a proper superset of the set of REC languages. This is also true. So B is also true, C is also true. Now lastly D, uncountable set is still false because it's countable, countably infinite, so it's countable. So only B and C are correct. So you will tick B and C. This is the only difference. That means here you have to read every choice carefully. Okay, there is no option except to check every option and make sure that all the correct answers are picked out. Here B and C are correct. Remember, if D was made instead of uncountable set, said countable set, then that will also be correct. Now the answer will be B, C and D. And if let's say A says not closed under complementation, then A also is correct. Then you will get A, B, C and D. So any number of answers can be correct. So you have to be a bit more detailed in your knowledge, and you have to be fast, more importantly, fast, because you have to go through all the 4 options. You have to be fast. Speed will come, you know, that's what we are going to here to develop you through the workbook, through the test series, and through so many things. We are also having your concept through CTQ. If you enroll in CTQ, you will get even more speed, because we are going to discuss lots of questions there related to concept. CTQ is mainly for improving your speed and depth of concept. Okay. Now next slide please. The last type of question is, as usual, numerical answer type. This was already there, like a blank will be there, question will be there with a blank, and the blank has to be filled up with some number, numerical aptitude type. This may require you to do some calculation. In TOC there is not much calculation, mostly it will be design questions. It means except because NAT is there, design questions keep coming in that. Say minimal DFA, how many states? They will give some language, how many states in the minimal DFA, dash. The number of states in minimal DFA is dash. Design it and count it. Or sometimes they ask you length of strings, that also comes in NAT. For example, what is the length of the smallest, shortest string which is present in this language, and they will give a regular expression. Or they will say, what is the length of shortest string not present in this language, and they will give a regular expression. Here the answer will be the length of the shortest string. So length is of course an integer, some number. So this type of questions you can expect in this numerical answer type. Numerical answer type, there is no negative marking. So if you get the wrong answer, no problem. Okay. So this is the thing. Example of NAT. Next slide please. Example of NAT. The minimum number of states in a DFA which accepts all the strings on the alphabet AB, which contains the substring AABBA is dash. This is a typical example, design question. How do you design it? Very simple. You don't have to design it. The whole idea is if you attend the lectures carefully, we can get this answer without doing any design. Try to avoid doing actual designs. Do it abstractly. You can see containing the substring AABBA. AABBA has a length of 5-bit string. You know the shortest string in this language is AABBA. To accept this minimal string, you will require 6 states. And you know that be 6 states will be required just to accept the minimum string. So put the 6 states. Don't draw anything, just in your mind, abstractly. You know substring machine never requires a trap state, because substring there is always a hope. No matter how much you process, the next few bits may be the substring you are looking for. So trap will come only when you reach a hopeless situation where there is no chance for satisfying the condition. So there is always a hope in substring machine. So there is no chance for a trap. Trap is never there in a substring machine. These things will be studying. In our design, very detailed things will be given. So there you will understand immediately how to do. This will become a trivial question, easy question in fact. No trap state. So how many? 5 plus 1, 6. 6 states for the minimum string plus no trap state and nothing else. Substring finished. So how many states are required? Without doing any design, we can give the answer 6. This type of question came in the exam already once. 6 states is the answer for this. Okay. Numerical. Next slide please. Now we come to the very important topics. After all, in every subject you must know what are the important topics where you have to spend a lot of time. Remember, in the lectures also I understand how important these topics are. I spend maximum time in my lectures on these topics. Okay. First, foremost, regular expressions. If you look statistically at so many years, year after year regular expression question comes. So why it's like that? It's because there's a lot of variety in regular expression questions. Regular expression questions, for example, language to regular expression to language, or equivalence of regular expressions, or given a machine, convert it to regular expression, or properties of regular expression. So many questions have come in properties of regular expressions. Arden's theorem. So many types of questions are possible. That's why it keeps coming again and again. So you need to spend a lot of time on regular expressions. The lectures also, I'll be spending inordinate amount of time on regular expressions. Even in workbook, everywhere the stress is there on regular expression because a lot of questions come there. Next to that is the FA design. FA design questions, so many have come year after year. So we will spend a lot of time. We'll do almost 40 to 45 designs of every type of design until all the concepts are clarified, because it's a very high probability question, FA design. Both NFA and DFA design. Mostly it will be DFA design, once in a while NFA design also. Identification of languages, especially CFLs. So many questions have come. Which of the following is regular? Which of the following is a CFL? Particularly which of the following is CFL has come many times. We will spend a lot of time in the lectures on this identification question. We will take every type of language, all sorts of variety, until you get very clear that this is a CFL, this is not a CFL, this is regular, this is not regular. It should be very clear. Okay, we will be doing that. Then last, closure and desirability. Lot of questions have come in closure. Closure questions, even if it doesn't come directly, the idea of closure is used in solving many questions. You have to be very thorough with the closure table. Desirability also is a table. You must know desirability for every type of language. Okay, we will spend a lot of time on desirability also, closure also. Okay, these are the things where test series questions also more will come from here. Your workbook also questions is emphasized on these 4 topics. Okay, so these are the 4 important topics. Okay, keep that in mind. Next slide please. So I thank you all on behalf of MadeEasy Prime, and I am sure you will have a very pleasurable time learning TOC from MadeEasy. Okay, thank you all and wishing you a lot of good luck in your preparation.